Hey everybody, it's Mary at Yard Art Decor and More, Painters in the Making. How are you? It is Sunday evening and I am trying to hurry up and finish an Easter photo prop that I was supposed to have out in the yard a while back, but you know, hey, we're not going to go there.
Right.
And it's about 5 feet tall. We have the paper pattern and I'll let Con kind of do
Hi, Maria.
Let me move this so you can, I'm going to put this on the floor.
Hey, Debbie.
There we go.
Isn't that pretty?
Now, I didn't cut the face holes out yet, but I'm going to. I actually forgot to do that. So, but that's what it looks like. I'm thinking about putting some photo props in for Christmas and fall. Because I'll probably make some for us at the store.
Thank you.
People like to do that.
I'm getting loved on by one of Mary's dogs.
Yeah. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 eggs. Yeah, 7 eggs. And then there'll be a circle cut out here for a face and a circle cut out there for a face.
What a wonderful idea.
Yeah. So I'm trying, it's about 5 feet tall, I think, something like that. And I'm not going to put a whole bunch of decorations on the eggs and stuff. I'll do a little bit, but some of them are just going to be solid color. And to me, the focus is really on the face.
Right.
All right, so I got the orange. What I did with this, because I didn't want this to look like Halloween. So I did a number 16 primer orange like I always do. But I took 16 and 17 and I mixed them. Because I want to go Eastery, so I want to go a little more pastel. So I just mixed primer orange with shading orange. That's what I did.
Y'all, let me know if y'all can see. I want to make sure everybody's able to see the strokes that she's making.
Yeah, Connie's doing really good. She's always good about that.
How did y'all Sunday go? I took the longest nap I think I've ever taken.
Did you today?
I really did. It was nice. Me and Izzy just slept like we.
Yeah, sometimes you need that.
I accidentally laid down at 10 o'clock last night and I woke up at 5:30 this morning.
Hey, that's not a bad thing though. That's really not a bad thing.
Oh, it was so nice.
Yeah.
And then took a long nap on top of that. It was nice.
I didn't take a nap. I laid down and watched TV, but I really didn't go to sleep. I just didn't feel sleepy, but I laid down for a couple hours.
Got you some rest.
Yeah.
What did you watch? Anything good?
No. I try to find something. I will watch reruns of old shows a lot of times. Sometimes I'll watch reruns of Law and Order. Sometimes I'll watch reruns of stuff like that. And what's his name? Jack is the DA, Jack McCoy. Now he is like a go-getter dude. He's always gonna, get the bad guys and all that kind of stuff.
I love watching old reruns of Boston Legal with James Spader doing his I don't know what you call it. What do you call it when the lawyers is giving thank yous?
Like their closing arguments or whatever.
Whoever wrote that show did such a good job.
Yeah, if they don't have, to me, I don't watch a show unless I feel like they've got good writers. Because it doesn't matter what kind of actors you have. If you don't have good writers, the material's not good, in my opinion. So there's been several shows. I'm like, y'all need better writers, and I'll come back and watch you when you get better writers.
Miss Ava says she watches CSI. Miami. Yeah. Kim says she loves Golden Girls and Mama's Family. Oh, I crack up with Mama's Family.
I have seen every episode of Golden Girls, probably twice. I've seen every episode of Mama's Family probably 3 times. I love Vicki Lawrence. She cracks me.
She was relatively young when she started writing for that.
She really was.
Oh, please don't step on the wet paint, baby girl.
But she always would do such a good job. Who doesn't love Vinton with his old goofy self?
Right?
Now,
and all the arguing.
And all the arguing. And of course, she was always mad at Naomi and Vinton. They were always in love and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But Vicki Lawrence just did such a good job in that, I thought. So, and I love Golden Girls. I think all those ladies are gone now.
I do too. I think they're all gone now too.
But who wouldn't like Sophia?
Oh,
Picture it, Sicily, 1923.
She made that show.
She would crack me up. So yes, I've watched all those reruns, y'all. Because honestly, there's not much on. Let's just face it.
There's really not.
There's not a whole lot. Some of the crap, I'm sorry, some of the stuff they put on TV.
And call it TV?
Yeah.
Hi, Shirley.
You're just like, really? Y'all going to watch this? Now, my husband is a big sports person, so he's always watching that, which is fine with me. I'm not into that, but he'll watch that in the living room. And then he even gets frustrated with the sports sometimes and comes to the bedroom, and I'm like, well, the show wasn't good, or the team wasn't good, or whatever. And he'll say he doesn't like it when one team gets a real high score and the other team has 0.
I don't either.
He wants it to where like it's a close game.
Don't drive the score up.
Yeah, and so if it calls it a blowout. If it's a blowout, he's just gonna come to bed and get all mad. There's not even a good game on. It's just a blowout.
You gotta come.
I was like, well, the team that's doing the best, they're probably excited, right? That's what I would think. What is Issa doing?
She really would like for me to let her outside.
Oh, okay. Well, you can get up and let her out. That's no big deal. Yeah, you can get up. Connie's got to get up and let the dogs out. Let the dogs out. Roof, roof.
She wants to go eat. Y'all, I buy Izzy these expensive dog treats. But every time she's over here, she wants to eat the big dog's food, no matter if it's expensive or cheap or...
Well, Mama, the big dogs are eating it. That's why.
She just wants to do what the big dogs are doing.
That's exactly what it is. She just wants to do what the other dogs are doing. She's little. In her mind, she's going to do anything she can to be a big dog.
Exactly.
That's all it is.
But I love watching stuff like crime
shows.
This is so weird. I love watching online trials and seeing the arguments and seeing if I think people are guilty. They used to call it court TV. I think they call it something different now. I haven't done it in a while. But I love watching that kind of stuff.
I think I've seen every episode of Law and Order. I really do. And so...
I like the Food Network too.
I watch it a little bit, but those peeps, they get kind of crazy with that.
Yeah, they do.
They act like...
I gotta say they do.
They act like, I'm like, okay, I eat 3 times a day, so if I don't like this, it's all right, because I'm going to just eat later.
I used to really love watching Project Runway. They started getting really ridiculous. It's where... it's a runway setting, and somebody like Heidi Klum is the model that's on there.
Okay.
They give designers a project to do, and it used to be that so you only have 1 or 2 days to do the project, and they would come up with really beautiful things. I don't know if they just started running out of ideas, but they would do stuff like they take you to like a store, and you had to get something what's that word?
Unconventional?
Yes. To make your dress. So somebody would be making dress fringe out of mop heads and just stupid. I kind of lost it when I started doing that. Hey, Sylvia. But it used to be really
good. Well, there's not a lot worth on TV. In my opinion, there's not. That's probably why my husband watches sports, and he watches drag racing a lot, because there's just not a whole lot on.
Right.
And then, somebody will recommend a show, and I go watch it, and I'm like,
I like the cupcake shows. I can't remember what the name of it is now.
Cupcake Wars?
Yeah. I love watching that. And I also love the shows where they have competitions where you have 8 hours to make the cake of somebody's dreams. I mean, to me, that stuff is interesting.
And some of those people are really creative.
They are.
Really creative. And I'm like, wait, how do
you
do
that? And that show is a little bit luck, too, because you could be the best baker, and then if you so happen to try a technique that didn't work, it doesn't mean that the other person was a better baker than you. It just meant that their stuff worked and yours didn't. Yeah.
In other words, don't be trying to wing it.
Right. And if something happens, anyway, I don't know if you are getting bored with all this chitter chatter, but
this is an Easter photo booth prop, and I've got to get it out to the store this week. So I thought, let me come on. We do have the paper pattern. We do have the digital. I'm going to try to do some fall photo props too, because people like that.
They do.
They do. Mm-hmm.
I love Easter with all the pastel colors.
Yeah.
That's my very favorite. Hey, y'all. So Mary sewed one of her bird feeders today.
Yeah, sold a bird feeder. Put it out there, and it's gone in about 20 minutes. So
now I haven't really caught on to what Heartland is. Is it like Yellowstone?
I've heard of that. Now somebody else was saying Heartland is good. I might have to watch that.
Yeah, Kathleen.
Kathleen saying it's good.
Brazil was saying. I don't know if I butchered your last name. I hope I didn't.
You probably did.
Brazil. I probably did. You're right.
Probably did. Yeah, I really got into a Netflix show called Virgin River.
Yes.
I really got into that. Of course, I've already watched all of it. So I'm not much into Netflix. There's a lot that I'm like, whatever.
I tried to be. I really did try to be. I think it was Hulu. I went page after page after page trying to find something good to watch, and I just had to go do something else because I couldn't find anybody.
I'm trying to think, what was the other one that I can't remember the name.
Kim is saying there's a show out, a new show out called Ride, and it's about a bull rider's family. I bet that's interesting.
Oh, that does sound interesting.
Hi, Lisa.
There was a show that I watched on Netflix. I can't remember the name of it. I'll think of it in a minute. It was very good. I watched the whole thing. Virgin River was one, but there was another one.
The last show I really got into, and I got to admit, y'all, I'm not really a TV watcher. I got into Grey's Anatomy like 10 years after it.
After the fact?
After it was big. So I didn't know that they were going to kill off everybody.
They do kill people off a lot.
I was really into it. I think I was on episode 5 or 6 when I really got mad. Because I was like, oh no. I should have read up on it before. Hi, Rita.
Well,
McDreamy just was my dream man.
Was he?
I really wasn't into anything after that. When they killed off, I don't know, Lexi and Sloan and McDreamy and George, I was like, nah, that's all right.
Okay, y'all, I've got to decide. I've got to do something with these circles here. I think coral is going to be it.
All right.
I didn't know. That's the one thing I didn't base coat today. But
Kim said that Ride comes on Sundays on Hallmark. I don't know if we got Hallmark. It'll be something interesting.
RIDE?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I might try that.
It does sound interesting.
Yeah.
We didn't necessarily grow up on a ranch, but we did grow up in the country. So there was all kinds of cattle. And our parents, our dad particularly, he was very strong. And he would get mad at us if we could not open the fence to the cattle, the pasture.
The gates.
My mom would say,
well, don't make the gates so tight, then we can open them.
That was such good memories.
Yeah, he didn't like that.
No.
He wanted boys, and he got 4 girls.
Poor man.
Hey, I say he was lucky.
But he had control up in there. That's one thing you can't say.
Yeah. Nowadays, these peeps, they can't.
They would put him in jail.
Oh, yeah, my dad would have been incarcerated a long time ago.
He didn't take no foolery from nobody.
Nope, he sure didn't.
But he sure loved his girls and his wife.
Yeah.
Hi, Dwayne. How are you, sweetie?
I know. The world's a different place now. You know,
it
really is.
Whether you like it or don't
Whether
like it,
you like
it's very different.
It's very different than what I grew up with.
So it can be very confusing to me sometimes because I'm like, man, my parents would have never put up with that.
Yep.
Ooh, girl.
Mm-hmm. All this screaming.
I cringe sometimes when I see what folks are doing.
Yeah.
Our parents would have yanked us up.
As they would have said, we're going to jerk a knot in your tail. You remember that?
I remember getting in trouble in church one time. That's the last time I ever got in trouble in church.
Yeah. My granny would give it to you if you got in trouble in church. She had a lot of grandkids, and she was loving, but she did not tolerate stuff.
Oh, no, she didn't. She did not.
Yeah, there's just some things you didn't do around your grandma.
Nope.
You might do it when she's not there.
She had the best snacks.
She always did.
Granny's house because she was always cooking something good. But she also had the best snacks. And
she was the Dr. Pepper queen of the whole county.
Everybody in the community took a drink of that Dr. Pepper bottle. I cringe now when I think about it.
Yeah, she always had Dr. Pepper, and she always ate bacon.
And all the stuff they say is unhealthy.
Eggs and bacon.
Ava says she knows that saying. Yeah. I'm gonna jerk a knot in your tail.
I'm gonna jerk a knot in your tail, girl. Now my granny, she lived to be 96 or 7.
Eating fried pork chops.
Fried pork chops, fried bacon, eggs, and stuff like that.
Oh, the way the old folk used to cook.
Yeah. Now, you could argue it wasn't the same fried food that we're eating. That's probably
And they also
true.
did a lot of exercising. Sometimes in our generation, there's not enough exercise.
Not enough exercise. Well, they worked physically.
Right. Their whole lives.
All their lives. They worked.
Out in the heat.
Back
in the days where you didn't have air conditioned houses. We didn't grow up with an air conditioner in our house.
That was for rich people.
We had fans in the window. And to this day, I still love sleeping with a fan.
Do you?
Yes, she did, Miss Debbie. Miss Debbie said, but she worked her butt off too.
Yeah,
yes,
she did.
All of our peeps did. Honest to God.
Did, yeah. And you know what other thing, Connie? Even though they did eat fried food and all of that, they
ate cucumbers and stuff too.
They ate a lot of vegetables, and I don't think they overate like
they didn't.
They didn't eat like big portions of everything. They were very modest in their portions, I think that makes a big difference. And of course, they ate from the packing plant and from their own garden and stuff. Yeah. They didn't buy food at the store, so didn't have any preservatives and all that kind of stuff. But I just remember she made the best bacon you ever had.
Oh my God, she made the best new potatoes.
Oh Lord!
And then after church on Sundays, there'd be roast and fried chicken and ham, and oh my gosh, it was so good. But everybody was skinny because even though we ate like that, we exercised.
And again, I think a lot of it was portion control. I don't think we ate near as much.
She always had red beans. Yes. What is it about red beans that makes you feel so full?
I don't know, but they're good.
What's y'all's favorite foods? I love me some pinto beans cooked in the slow cooker. I think that's probably one of my favorites. Is pinto beans. I love me some pinto beans.
Yep.
Yeah, Kim said back then families were like 9 kids. I think my grandparents had Granny had 5 kids. So, you typically had bigger families. She probably would have had more if the good Lord would have been willing.
Yeah.
Chicken and dumplings. Yum.
Yes.
Mary makes the best chicken and dumplings, y'all. I got to say.
They're a lot of work the way I do it.
They are, but they taste like they're a lot of work because they're very good.
I have a recipe where I roll out the dough for my dumplings almost real thin.
Yum.
And then I put them in at the very end, and they don't take long to cook.
I'm forever telling Mary she needs to have a cooking session in this live because she cooks so good.
Well, I don't know if it's that I cook good or just that, I cook, That
Miss Ava. Pinto beans cooked with ham,
yes.
cornbread on the side. Yes. And you use your ham bones for flavoring. Girl.
It's good.
Yes. My sister Kelly used to make something called Taylor's Chili. She has a granddaughter named Taylor. So I don't know what this is actually called, but it's andouille sausage, and it also has maybe some chicken in there and some tomatoes and beans,
it's not a gumbo, but it reminds me of a gumbo. Oh my gosh.
It's so so filling. And you're satisfied when you eat it.
My grandma used to make a lot of gumbo too.
She did. It was so good.
There we go.
With fried potatoes. Y'all, isn't this making y'all hungry? Kimberly said, how's Paula? She's doing good.
She's doing better. She's home. And
she's doing good. Hi, Cindy. We're talking about food and making ourselves very hungry, Miss Cindy.
And I got to go to sleep. I can't be eating nothing.
What's your favorite food, Miss Cindy? I think pinto beans is probably my favorite. I got to say.
Yeah.
Although roast, like Granny used to cook it on Sundays, honey hush.
It'd be good. Of course, back then they cooked stuff that took forever to cook, and I think
they used a lot of bacon fat in their food too, which made it so good.
I think it was my cousin posted on Facebook, everything in moderation except for bacon.
Yeah, he used to tell me, what was it, sugar or potato? No, it was potatoes, because I really love potatoes, and we have what we have called back in the day a health freak. My cousin was like, that is white man's death. Potatoes. Don't eat that. I know, Miss Wanda, we're making ourselves hungry too.
Yeah, and I don't eat at night. So
Hi, April.
I got to go to sleep without thinking about all this food.
I don't remember when we started adding so much sugar into
everything.
Foods. Yeah. The old folk did not really do that.
Yeah.
I can't say they did.
Well, they couldn't afford sugar.
That's probably what it was.
That's a lot of it. Yeah. This is my basket, but I'm not really feeling it, but it don't matter. This is number 23 red that I'm using as to outline.
And the circles are where somebody's head is going to go.
Yeah, I'm going to have a circle here.
Gotcha.
I haven't cut that out.
Ooh, honey, sweet tea. Miss Debbie done said a word. Sweet tea.
Debbie, you like sweet tea?
I'm not even kidding. If I didn't have a craving for sweet tea, I kind of get kicked the bucket on sweet tea a while back, but I still, hey, Miss Terry, I still drink it occasionally.
I drink it unsweet. I've always drank it unsweet, though. But most people do drink it sweet, I think.
Miss Debbie said no.
Yeah.
High five, Miss Debbie. I can't be doing that unsweet. That tastes like, I don't know, kerosene or something. To me, it's got to taste good. And what is, okay, so Mary listens to this lady that gives eating advice. And do you remember what I'm talking about?
She said, you do not have to have a party in your mouth every time you eat. And I'm like, you don't?
Okay. Like, she could have blew me away with the feather when you relayed that to me. I was like, well, why would you want to eat for?
If you're not having a party in your mouth.
I was watching something the other day, and they were making sushi Y'all, that doesn't. It looks about as unappealing
yeah.
as it tastes. I've tasted sushi one time. I like wanted to barf. I'm like, no wonder you're so skinny eating sushi. That's like, I don't know, eating shoelaces. I just I can't do it. Do y'all like sushi?
Talking about unsweet tea being gross.
Mm-hmm.
I will never forget the very first time Bruce and I went on a date. I said, can you drive through Dairy Queen? I'm very thirsty. And I need some unsweet tea. And he's like, sure. So he's in the driver's seat and he goes through Dairy Queen. He doesn't get himself anything, but he gets me I just said, unsweet tea. And I don't say anything because most people I know don't like sweet tea. And so he doesn't say anything, but he takes a big old swig of my tea.
I bet it was god awful.
And he takes a big old drink, like half the thing is gone. And he goes, that tastes so good. And he keeps drinking it. I'm like, wait, what?
She knew right then and there he was the man for her.
I was like, this man likes unsweet tea. I was going to let him just drink the tea and laugh.
Kathleen. Yes. She said, sweet tea here.
Yeah, laugh whenever he spit it out is what I was going to do. Well, I
didn't think it was going to go that way. I really didn't.
He fooled me when he goes, it's so good.
How did you and Bruce meet?
At a gas station.
It just goes to show you.
You never know.
It can be anytime, anywhere.
At a gas station. And so those of you single gals, don't overlook the gas station, all right? They'd be like, okay, Mary, whatever.
Miss Debbie, how did you and your husband meet?
At a gas station. I went in there to get gas, and he was pumping gas and working. That was in the days where people...
Back when you can get like self-service and stuff
all
like
that. Yeah.
Miss Terry says she orders half and half.
Half and half. That's what Kelly does. Our sister Kelly does.
Miss Debbie, she was taking my mother's car to get gas.
To get gas.
At a, not self-service, at a full service.
My mom was very particular about her ride, so to speak.
You're talking about the lady that would make us Windex her carpets while we were vacuuming them in her car.
My mom was like that. So Bruce comes out. I have to tell y'all this. So I was driving my mom's car, and I go to the gas station where he's at, and he comes out to, put gas in and check the oil and all that kind of stuff. And once upon a time, many moons ago, prior to that, we had gone to church with his family. So we kind of distantly knew each other, and that kind of thing. And so he comes out there, and he goes, okay, which daughter are you? And I was like, number 3, because my mom had 4. And he's like, well, okay, because he knew Paula and Kelly because they were older. And he goes, your mom comes in here all the time, and I talk to her, and she's got no clue who I am. I said, really? He goes, yeah. I say, hey, Miss
Sally.
I say, hey, Miss Blackman, how's it going? How are you doing? And she's like, oh, I'm doing good. Everything's good and all that kind of stuff. And he goes, she has no idea who I am. Because at this point, he has very long hair. He has a long beard.
Mama wasn't feeling that long hair thing.
He was a long-haired hippie.
Right.
And she was not feeling that. So, she wasn't going to say that. But,
right.
And he did say, I don't think your mama's feeling the long-haired hippie thing, but,
You must have known my mom.
So that's how we met, yes. Bruce just laughed because he's like, your mom would not dare admit to me she doesn't know who I am. So then I go back to Mom and I say, Mom, who's the guy you're always talking to at the gas station? She goes, I don't know. And she goes, he's always saying, Miss Blackman, how are you doing? And my mom, she's not, she didn't like hippies, and he was a hippie. And she's like, he's got all his hair down there. He's got all his long hair. It's like, I don't know who he is. I said, Mama, that's Bruce Amick. That is Joyce Amick's son, Joyce and Max Amick. You know who he is.
Y'all went to church together.
She goes, that's who he is? I was like, yeah, but we'd gone to church like 10 years prior to that. So she didn't,
So what did she say when Bruce asked you out? And then came to get you.
She really wasn't feeling all that. You know how that goes. But no parent. My parents. I never expected my parents to like anybody I liked.
Old school.
Yeah, they were always like, you don't need to go out with them.
They didn't think anybody was good enough for their kids.
Well, I think my parents were very distrusting of everybody.
Of course, especially somebody with long hair.
Oh yeah. If he had long hair, he was up to no good.
Like, best son-in-law they ever had in their entire life.
Yeah, now they say that, but they didn't say that then.
Best son-in-law.
Yeah.
How many things has he built? My mom's oven went out, and Bruce went down there and built her the housing for a brand new oven and took the oven to her. I'm like, if old boy wants to grow some long hair, you just better zip it.
Yeah, zip it. He was a hippie.
Hi, Anita.
And we were rednecks, so there you go.
People, I can't remember if I said hi to you. So, hello, how are you today?
So we're telling stories over here.
Right.
But yeah, I'll never forget. I said, Mama, why are you talking to people you don't know? She goes, well, I'm going to be rude and not say hi and stuff. And I'm like, but Mom, he knows that you have no clue who he is. She's like, he does? Yes, he knows you don't know.
Parents. They're so dumb.
Yeah, they don't always get it. I'm just doing some outlining here.
Hi, Bryce.
Well, the other thing, too, is they thought he was robbing the cradle because he's older than me.
God forbid.
I know.
You know, isn't it interesting the people that our parents think will be perfect for us?
Yes.
And not so perfect.
Yeah, as I told my mom when we were having that discussion, I said, Mom, if I married who you wanted me to marry, I wouldn't stay married. I'm trying to get married and stay married, okay? That's what I'm
to a good person that loves me.
Well, to a good human being. I mean,
Bruce loves him some Mary. I gotta say that. Miss Debbie said, "How much older is Bruce than you?"
He's 6 years older than me.
Oh my God, that's not even.
To me, that's not a big deal. But you know,
I thought we were talking about.
But
20
Debbie,
years.
Even if we were the same age, they would have come up with another reason they didn't like him. And in their defense, he was a long-haired hippie. I mean, he had the whole thing going. Oh, y'all, and the other thing is he drove a van.
Is that bad?
Yes, you know what they do in vans. That's what my mom said. I was like, Mother, please.
Oh my God.
Yes, that was.
Oh my.
Yes, that was her.
God.
He drove a van. I forgot about that.
Oh
I totally forgot about the van.
I didn't.
She did not like that.
I didn't hear her say that.
Yeah.
I heard her say a lot because I was a younger sister.
Yeah.
But I didn't hear her say that.
Yeah.
Miss Terry said, "How long have you and Bruce been married?"
Let's see.
And Miss Ava, he was 6 years older.
I think 38. I think is right.
Miss Ava said her first husband was 18 years older than me. How did that work, Miss Ava? Were y'all? I mean,
to me, I don't think
that's to make it work.
Right. I think
work.
you will. Right. If you want to make it work, I think you will. And I don't really think age is that
about
big
how
deal.
they treat you.
Exactly. And don't marry somebody who's you know what.
And most of the long-haired hippies, let's get honest here, were veterans that fought for their country. Mm-hmm. So
Bruce was he had been in the service by then, and he was already out when I met him.
Right. Miss Debbie said that there's 11 years between Jim and her.
Okay. I knew there was some
Kim Scott, how are you?
I knew there was some years, but I couldn't remember how many.
Mm-hmm. We're talking about husbands and
parents
and food.
And how many years
I
difference.
want to talk about the roast again. Yo,
Honey, we have to go to bed with no food, so stop talking.
I'll never forget. One of the last times I was really, really on a severe diet. I shouldn't say this. I went to bed one night. I was like, if I just go to sleep, I won't be hungry.
It'll get better.
And that night, I dreamed about eating brownies. And when I woke up, you know how you wake up, it's so weird. They were like floating away. So my hands were in the air trying to catch my brownies. I was like, you just better go in there and eat something.
Well, being on a diet is not fun, as we all know.
It's not. Mm-hmm. Hi, Kim.
Not at all. I always tell Bruce, diets are for losers. I'm a winner.
Exactly, Kimberly. Kim said, van, truck, car, it can happen anywhere.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Miss Ava. Her husband, her first husband died of a heart attack.
Oh, no. Yep, see, you don't know. We like to think we know.
You just don't know.
We don't know. We don't know. We think we do. And I guess in some ways it's good we don't know, because then we'd spend all our time trying to change it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not that we could.
Yeah, I was the youngest sister, and all that marriage stuff. See, Mary and Bruce lived a little bit of ways from us. But from what I saw of marriage, it really wasn't anything to write home about. It really wasn't. And they told me all my life, when are you going to get married and have some kids? I was like, have y'all ever babysat my nephew in the country with 2 channels? You'd never have kids.
You'd never have kids.
I've told him that so many times.
Yeah.
That's like the best birth control they could have done.
Connie's like, I don't want no kids.
Nah, y'all can keep those. I'll
good.
just take them home.
I'm good. Y'all go head on without me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll be the best auntie.
Yeah.
Miss Terry said the basket and the eggs are beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I really like this. I wasn't feeling the basket, but I like the eggs.
The pastel.
Yeah.
I like the basket. It's a good contrast between that and how beautiful the eggs are. I like it.
Well, I might decide I like the basket in the morning, y'all.
Right.
When I get up and look. You know what I mean?
Y'all, if y'all haven't had a chance to see, look at yesterday's live where she showed all of her birdhouses. Y'all, those things are so beautiful. They're painted so beautiful.
Girl, I had to work for it on those. I put so much color on those things. I thought, I'm never going to get through
I love the little birdies that are on the side of it.
Yeah, they're really cute. I ordered some hardware from Amazon so I can kind of hang stuff up, you know. Right now I got them all sitting on a table over at the store, but I really want to put them up high where people can really see them when they walk around.
Kimberly said, Mary, did you see the picture that she posted? Which picture was it, Kim?
I think I did. Was it the one you did today? She did a...
and it's so rewarding for a teacher to see how beautiful...
she did 2 pieces today. I'm trying to remember which ones they were.
She said yes.
Okay, so yeah, I did see that. And I thought, oh, that looks so good.
Miss Terry said the birdhouses were really awesome.
I put a lot of color on them deliberately. Because anything outdoor like that, even when you do put a lot of color, it takes it, you have to have that for it to show up outdoors.
Right.
You have to have that. If you just put some, maybe 2 or 3 colors and nothing bright on there, it's going to look real drabby.
Kimberly said the Amazing Grace cross.
Yes, yes.
And y'all, you know, I watched a video last night on TikTok. A lady was painting and she had Billie Holiday playing in the background and she wasn't talking at all. Tell us what your favorite way to watch our videos are. Do you like when we chatter less? Do you like the visiting? Be sure and let us know. So because we want to put out content that you guys really are interested in watching. So let us know what you think.
Okay, I'm starting to like this simply because I'm getting a lot more colors on here, y'all. And y'all know how I am. I got to put lots of color on here.
Exactly. Exactly.
I know we have some Academy members on here. I drew today, and on my computer, we're going to have this month. What am I saying? This is already April. We're going to have a reversible flower.
Oh.
On one side, there'll be the outer petals will have stars, and you'll paint it blue with white stars. The inner petals will be red and white stripe.
Oh my gosh, red, white, and blue.
Red, white, blue.
Yes. I'm all about that.
On the other side, we're just going to etch the petals so you can just paint a flower.
Right.
So you could have a reversible one, right?
So you could use it at different, however you want to do it at different times. Kim says she loves the visiting. She says she has no life. I'm pretty sure you do have a life, Kim.
Kim does.
Kim, how's the church going, by the way? Kim works...
For the church, the Catholic
I haven't
church,
had Facebook in a while, so I may be behind on the times.
No,
y'all, Facebook decided to close my account permanently.
Well, now tell them why. Tell them why. Okay, tell them why.
So I can take Facebook in small doses, y'all. I mean, not to be rude, but I just it's you know, just for reasons. So I'll always I'll be on there for a couple of weeks to a couple of months, and then I'll deactivate it. And then when I'm in the mood for visiting, I'll not sign up again, but I'll deactivate it or reactivate it.
Yeah.
And then they said, by the way, we're deactivating your account on April the 1st or whatever day it was. I think it was actually like a week ago.
They got tired of you.
They wouldn't let me log in. I was like, how rude. Just because I was going to, only be around for a couple of weeks.
When you deactivate 15 times a year.
Apparently you can't do that no more.
Yeah.
I've done that for like years.
But, things change.
Especially around time of politics or whenever somebody's going to the Super Bowl, man, I'm not into all of that. They get kind of crazy with those topics.
Yeah, they do.
Terry said she freehands the backs of the flower blanks too. Just turn them over for a new look, red, white, and blue. That's what I say all the time. Yep. Hi, Hannah.
I agree. So what I did is I drew the. Ashley's gonna cut the blanks out on that one. So I drew it where you'd have stars and stripes on your petals, and then we flip it over, and I just did the petals, and then you can paint the back. Any color you want. I'm going to sell a bunch of them at the store. So I figured, especially in these times where people are being real cost conscious, if you can make something, and I'll use cold rolled steel on the petals so you don't have to have a green channel stake. If you can make something that they can have, right now, and then come, Memorial Day, they'll turn it around
and do have something else.
And then they can have flowers until September, So Ashley's cutting them out. I drew them, but, and then I drew a heart. just the shape of a heart. The bottom is red and white stripe. The top is blue with white stars. And then on the reverse, we're going to make something Valentine's. Even though Valentine's is not here for a while.
What a good idea. Kimberly said she's going to work for State Farm on Friday.
Oh, I saw that she made an announcement. Are you just working on Fridays, Kim, or are you working a lot? I know, I couldn't figure out if she was working Fridays only.
Right.
Or if you're working other days as well. But I saw that she had gotten another job other than the...
and she said after 90 days, they're going to reevaluate and possibly start classes to get licensed.
Okay.
So she'll be a licensed...
yeah, if you are a salesperson, you have to be.
Make some good money.
And I can tell you, I'm not an insurance person, but I can tell you, Kim, put your thinking hat on because you're gonna earn your license.
If it's as complicated as the job that I have, we're on what they call on the job training, y'all. My brain has never worked so hard, and Mary has to pull me down off the ledge almost every night. Now think about it this way. Yeah. Think about it that way.
Well, it's a
Kathy.
lot. It's a lot. If you're gonna sell insurance, and I only know that, Kim, because of the 2 fires that I've been through. So I've had lots of roundtable discussions. I've been in depositions with attorneys, blah, 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 blah. It's very heavily regulated state and federally.
Right.
So there's a lot of laws you have to know and a lot of policy exceptions and all that. So, okay, y'all, I think I've got it down. I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to cut a circle out here for a face. I forgot to put the circle there. This is going to be cut out, and then for another face, I'll put a picture out tomorrow. But that's our Easter photo prop. Those of you in the Academy will be doing 2 reversibles, a flower on one side and patriotic flower, and then a heart, patriotic heart on one side. And even though it's not Valentine's Day, we'll do Valentine's Day on the other side. So they will be reversible, and we will have those in the Academy for templates.
Right.
I won't send templates out till probably the 9th because we're opening up the Academy the 5th through the 9th.
Gotcha.
But I'll make an announcement in the Academy tomorrow about that. So thanks for hanging out. I will see you guys soon. If you need a photo prop, here you go. We'll talk soon.
Bye, y'all.